All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our playthrough of Call of Cthulhu on the Xbox Series X. My call sign is November 9. We unlocked the safe, and we're now in the next chapter, I guess. Back to the Riverside Institute. In the Nameless Bookstore. If that's the name of the bookstore, how can it be the Nameless Bookstore? Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin. Lied inside? Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. That I am not certain of. I'm sorry, I just think this grammar is horrible. A book covered in human skin lied inside? Wouldn't it be lay inside? I'm not trying to be a grammar Nazi, but I mean, seriously. That lied inside, yeah. All right. Enough about me criticizing what I'm sure someone worked very hard on. Let's enter madness.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
So we are now playing as Dr. Colden.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
Necrosed. Rotting.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what that means, but I do know that when you're very hypothermic, people tend not to drink because they think drinking something cold like water would be in a hypothermic environment, which means you're freezing to death, basically. That people don't think you would get dehydrated, but you're at the most danger for being dehydrated in a very cold environment.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
So he should be in water, it sounds like.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry. that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Maybe what's inside the patient is using him as a host.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
It sounds like whatever's in him is absorbing the calcium out of his bones.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller is hiding something from us, and I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Alright, I felt it was a good idea to tread the middle ground there, simply for safety's sake.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
I'm not certain what this guy is turning into or what insect. I'm not familiar with the gestational stages of insects enough to be certain. It sounds like that guy needs to be immersed in water all of the time. And that's very odd to me. Get into Fuller's office. Let me check our thing for a minute. Oh, so it skips over Pierce because we're not playing as Pierce right now. We're playing as Dr. Colden.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
He does not want to go to sleep. I think we should look at the rest of these patients.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Alright, so I guess we
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
saved that guy. I have hay fever. I don't want to be in a mental ward getting experimented on. That's where you throw the incriminating records when the cops bust in.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Alright, the old whaling station. We'll have to explore that later.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
But at what cost?
What is the boiler room key doing here?
I don't know, but we should take it.
The key to the boiler room. Not
Hey.
where I expected to find it.
Take it. Okay, and that drawer was empty.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You've given him adequate care. There's nothing else we can do.
You sure?
Positive. Just make sure he doesn't lose any more weight.
Well, you're the doctor after all.
No, I don't know because I am not a physician. He looks like he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
wonder if they were the green papers.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Yeah. This lady was totally okay the other
Mrs.
day.
Sanders?
Yep, they're gonna lock her away in the loony bin. Take all her cash. Maybe she looked at the Shambler.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
I had no idea that was an achievement, and I had no idea we were accomplishing it while we were doing it. I just am not familiar with a lot of medical stuff, so I just didn't want to mess with anything.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Where did my fiance go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Dr. Colden. Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Well,
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
oh, Fuller didn't do anything because I left. You should know that. You helped me leave. Good grief. The file is strangely incomplete and the detail and treatment is not given. It does not respect standard practice. Well, that I agree with. But she should know that. She helped me escape. Unless this part of the game is before that. Who knows?
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
And I already found that.
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Good to know. Can't talk to that guy. That's a guard. He looks very crabby.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
But don't we know where the key is? It's like the nurses area. I wonder if these points are counting for Mr. Pierce or this doctor.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, am I not allowed in there?
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Oh, well. Pardon me. Alright, so that's his office. And that shrew is guarding it. And we can't close those doors. I'm just looking for clues right now.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sounds like Mrs. Donovan needs to get thrown down a flight of stairs. Nice security unit, authorized personnel only. I don't need to go in there yet. Now, didn't we see the
No,
keys?
you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
Alright, so I can distract Nurse Donovan. I want to say the key is over in here.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
That lady's right there while I say all that. And they should have just let me take that the first time. Good grief. Let's see if I can... Oh, let's see what this person's...
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No problem. Anything in here? Alright, glad I went in there.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Come on, lady, would you really? I'm trapped in my own employment place. Get out of the way.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Well, good to know. Now let's go rig the water.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
What tool is going to help us crank on the water? Do we see any tools anywhere?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
I
And I'm
agree
the one
with
who
you.
pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
I'm trying to help you out. Not really, because I'm going to shut off the water. Gotta be something around here I can use to turn the water wheel. Don't want to go over there because that's where that crackpot is at. OR door is locked, and I really doubt there's any tools in here or in here. I suppose I have to look, and I'm kind of lost right now. Maybe near the fireplace. Is there a fireplace poker? Can I use one of those things? The fireplace tools?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Oh gosh. Why is this so incredibly hard to figure out? A stretcher, just yank the stretcher under there. How about this coat rack? But get the cop to come turn the wheel. Oh, monkey wrench. I didn't even realize that was there. All right, you obviously won't notice me doing this at all. Heard nothing.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Yep, you sure do. Where is she? Did this door close? It did. She is still there. It says go back to Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Too bad we couldn't give her a little bit of alcohol or something to steel her for the tongue lashing she's about to receive. We're just gonna meander. Where?
At last, the missing files must be hidden here.
Check the desk. Nope. Not in the desk. That door's locked. Not here.
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
There's got to be more in here. Already tried that. Can't go in there. Well, this is a big freaking waste of time. There's just the one file in there. There's got to be more here. There has to be. Why can't I look in his desk? There are files right there.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Oh yeah. Turn the masts. Change mast.
I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Oh, that was total luck. Can we turn it back? Oh no, so of course we have to leave proof that we were in here and jacked this stuff. I guess maybe we play it on the record player.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient, Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
there's the doctor, there's Sarah Hawkins.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
This guy's like a Nazi scientist.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings.
So Sarah Hawkins is in the basement.
Meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight. That means they're out in the open. Just no one realizes they're hers.
Why is Ethan on medication?
Because he got stabbed by octopus arm.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Did I find all the clues? I don't think I did. So let's stop for a minute near that guy and look. Go down into the psychiatric wing. Fuller's notes. If the evidence garnered in the Hawkins drawing room raises questions as to what became of the parents' bodies, the discoveries of Colden in the office of Fuller reinforce this conviction. Sarah Hawkins was moved from the crime scene by none other than Dr. Fuller. Even more significant, the director of the Riverside Institute obviously had a strong obsession with the artist. He is the third man in the photograph with Charles Hawkins and James Fitzroy. The content of the cylinders recorded by the doctor proves his interest in the young painter. Summaries of psychoanalysis sessions as well as blood tests confirm the fact. In one of the cylinders, Fuller clearly states that he has hidden the body and the personal effects of one of his patients. And his obsession. Stendhal syndrome. Was not familiar with that. Mental disorders linked to an exposure to works of art. Well, I thought we just thought those people were barbarians. Alright, so now we have to get down into the psychiatric wing. So I'm guessing this door will be locked and then we have to figure out a way to open it. Or not. Good grief, this is like 4 or 5 stories below the other wing. That's nice. A big trail of dried blood on the floor from the lift. That's locked. There's a set of doors there. And a bunch of tools. And that door's also locked. So these must be the only doors that go in. Hello, Doctor.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Algernon Drake, I remember you from the bar. We can't intimidate him. We do not have the mastery of eloquence.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Again, we don't have the occult unlocked.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Sorry, Mr. Drake. You are now roped into this. All right, so that concludes Chapter 8. Riverside Institute playing as Dr. Colden. Due to the Necronomicon, it was very interesting. Once again, my call sign is November 9. I really appreciate you tuning in to watch. If you enjoyed the video, please like and feel free to leave a comment down below. If you want to see more, just hit that subscribe button. And I feel confident that YouTube will notify you when I post Chapter 9, which is coming up next. Thanks for tuning in.